Welcome back. This is Trisha Jagtiani, and today I'm going to talk about a very important concept available in Power Pivot: time intelligence. Yes, you heard that right. Time intelligence plays a pivotal role in performing data analysis in Power Pivot. It can perform calculations with regards to the year to date, month to date, and any other information that you want to know with related to the date can be done through the time intelligence. But with any other data that you are or any other DAX function that you perform, you need to neutralize or naturalize your data, which means you need to make your data or order your data in such a way so that you can perform the calculations properly. Now, when I say you want to prepare your data in order to perform time intelligence, what does that mean? So let's first understand how do you make your process your data or perform your calculations related to time intelligence. Let's look at the data available with me. Here I have the sales data available where I have the product ID, the ship date, category, subcategory, the product name, and so on information available with me. What I need to do is I need to identify the year to date sales done or year to date ship products in a particular year. That can be done through time intelligence. However, in this tutorial, I'm going to show how to process your data to perform the time intelligence. And in the following videos, we will also see how to perform the time intelligence, which is total year to date, total month to date, and so on. So there are a lot of such DAX functions which can be used to perform the time intelligence calculations. Let's begin and see how to first process your data. The first and the foremost thing that you need to do to perform any calculation in Power Pivot, you need to add that to the data model. And I have already added that to the data model. So when I click on data model, it will automatically show up here. And you can see that it is now showing up in the data model. Now that I have the data here already shown under the data model, what I need to do, I will have to create this table which I have here, which is showing me the ship date in the calendar form. When I say a calendar form, the calendar form should have the year, the month, the date, and so on, so that whenever I want to perform any calculation, I have all these numbers available with me. So, how do we do that is a question. So, that question I'm going to answer in this tutorial. So when you look at this data, what I'm going to do is I just need to create a calendar from the date which is already available with me, which is ship date. To do that, I'll keep my cursor anywhere in the database. Go on to the design tab. So you will be by default on the home tab. You go on to the design tab. Under the date table, there is an option called new. It's as simple as that. I'm going to repeat. I go on to the design tab. Go to date table under the design tab, which is under the calendars group. Go on to the date table and click on new. And you will see that it automatically creates a calendar for you. Now that it is only showing you the date, just see what happens. So it is going to convert that into a calendar form where you have the original date, which you had from the sales table. That is the date for that is the ship date that is being picked up. What it is doing is it is picking up the year from that date. It is picking up the month number from that date. It is picking up the month and year from that date. It's picking up the day of the week number, which is the week 1, week 2, week 3, whatever that number is. And it gives the day of the week in name form. You can see it's so simple to just get the whole calendar showing up here. Now, what we need to do is, if I need to create a pivot table to see these forms, the dates that you can see here, you can easily go back and first create a relationship between the two. Now that this new calendar table has been created, it is very, very simple to create a relationship between the two. How are you going to create a relationship? Simple, just the date with the date. So I'm going to create a relationship between the date and the date. And once I have done that, I can go back and create a pivot table. Now you definitely know how that works. Once you have the pivot table with you, you can now drag the information. You can also see there are few things I would like to still show you when we go on to the pivot table window. When you are looking at the relationship view, let me increase the size of the calendar. You can see that your date, which was uh, particularly created for time intelligence, you can see that it has moved under the date hierarchy. So, of course, we have learned how to create a hierarchy under the calendar while there is a date, year, month, number, month, and all those things which is already given you. You can also see a hierarchy which has the year, month, and the date column. So, what is this going to give you? Let's go back and see when you're looking at the pivot table. So, when I go on to the pivot table, I go to the calendar. Of course, I can pick up now any information that I need from this list. I have the date hierarchy. If I pick up the date hierarchy, it is simply going to give me the grouped data, just like we have in Excel. When you want to group it, we simply go and group, right click and group it, where you get the year, month, and the date. Same thing you're going to get here, which is the hierarchy that is it has automatically created. If you need more information, you can pick up from this what you need in the data, and it becomes very, very simple for you to work on the data. Now that you have this, you can pick up any information with this regards from the link table. What is the link table that we have here? That's the another table that we have. That's the sales table. You can pick up the data from here, the category or any data that you are looking to pick up, and you can put it where you have the information. And now you can also pick the revenue list from this and put it in the values, and the information that you get is according to the year only, where you are trying to group that information. Now this was why you might think that why is it that we are doing or putting so much effort into just creating a group, which you can do it through the simple pivot table grouping. But in Power Pivot, like I mentioned, you need to, when you want to do a time intelligence, it becomes very, very difficult for you to perform time intelligence functions without the grouping of these data in the Power Pivot itself. Now, one thing also you will understand that when you're doing it in the Power Pivot, you are saving yourself from doing a lot of things. Like if you look at the Power Pivot, it's not that you have only done the grouping of the data, you have done more things on the Power Pivot. You have got data like the, let's look at the data view. You have more data like the month of the day. If I go on to the calendar, you have the day of the week, you have the month and the year. So you have more information instead of just the grouping of the date. Now, this can be useful when you're performing the time intelligence functions, which we are going to learn in the coming tutorials, where we will see if you want to identify what is the amount of sale or what is the amount of revenue that you have earned year till date. And I can also give which year am I talking about. Is it that in the year 2017, 2018, or a particular year which I mentioned, or I can also say a month. So that will give me a year to date or a month to date according to whatever I am giving the information inside the function, inside the DAX function, will be automatically picked up by our time intelligence if we have these information already available. So it is very, very important that we actually have the data in the time intelligence. Now, one more thing that you have to be very, very careful about is when you enter any ship or any date into your database, which is your, this is your database, you need to make sure that it is always data type is converted into date. If this data type is text or any other data type, the time intelligence or this calendar will automatically not pick up the data. So you have to be very, very careful about the time intelligence part, because these formatting is very, very important when you're performing a time intelligence functions. So keep watching for more tutorials on time intelligence, which is going to follow after you have learned how to neutralize or how to process your data in order to start with your time intelligence. That is going to be a game changer. There are a lot of things that you're going to learn, and you'll be able to perform much advanced data analysis, which will help you to make informed decisions, or which will help your management to make informed decisions using the time intelligence for DAX functions. Thank you for watching.